If you could only learn one NLP model, which one would I recommend? Stay tuned. This is Damon Cart from NLP Gym. Which NLP model, if you could only learn one, would I recommend that you learn? Before I get into this, if you haven't already, please click subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get these videos on a regular basis. So which NLP model do I recommend that you learn? I recommend that you learn the best one, of course. So what is the best NLP model? What is the most powerful NLP model that I have ever learned? More on that in a moment. As soon as I started doing NLP training, right away, I knew I was onto something. It was powerful. I'd been stuck for a long time and suddenly I was unstuck. My influence was better. I became more persuasive. I could clearly communicate so much better. I reached a point though where I really stagnated. Oh man, I reached a point where I wasn't really learning anymore, and I felt really stagnated. I knew there was more to learn. I just didn't know who was teaching it. Through a serendipitous encounter with Steve Andreas, I was able to break out of that plateau. I often get the question how to overcome limiting beliefs, and it's a valid question because the truth is the only thing that really stands between you and everything you've ever wanted and the person you want to become is the belief that you can. Some people think it's about motivation. They say, well, I believe I can be successful in the way that I want to be successful. I'm just not motivated. I really disagree with that. I don't think that's true. If I just simply told you, walk this path, and at the end of this path will be everything you've ever wanted, would you say, I'd rather go watch TV? No, you would do it. The only problem is you don't believe me because no one can guarantee you that. Now that's what a lot of the gurus try to say, that that's what they can promise you. Of course it's not true. Some people will go down that path and try it, but no one can promise that to you. Only you can promise that to yourself. So why doesn't everyone do it? Really because they don't believe they can. They believe it'll end in disappointment. They don't want to try because maybe they've tried before and it didn't work. So do you want to overcome your limiting beliefs? If you do, I would ask you this question. What about tapping into the mother of all limiting beliefs? And that's your identity. Your identity is actually a belief. What if you could map that? What if you could map that belief and see where its limitations are and change that? What if you could expand your identity into any quality of personality you want to become? It exists. Such a model, such an NLP model exists, and it was created by Steve Andreas. It's called the self-concept model. And when I had hit that plateau, I started asking him a lot of questions, and he started giving me answers. And what ended up happening is he started mentoring me and teaching me the self-concept model. Everything changed overnight. What's wonderful about this model, it finally answers the question about how to create confidence and self-esteem. Because what a lot of self-help, personal development models try to do is it's more like trying to fake confidence and self-esteem until you have it. It's like saying affirmations, saying good things about yourself, getting other people to say good things about you until you feel good about yourself. The problem is that will shatter the moment somebody throws an insult at you or something happens that disappoints you. What the self-concept model does is it installs qualities of who you want to become based on your values. And when your behavior aligns with your values, your self-esteem and your confidence goes up. All of this is already contained inside of you with the experiences you've already had. You just haven't been categorizing them in a way that aligns with your values. The other great thing about this model is it brings together nearly every aspect of NLP. It was when I learned this model that it really brought NLP all together for me. Before I learned this model, I used to use NLP processes and techniques sort of randomly, especially when I was coaching clients. I used to have to try a bunch of different techniques and try different processes until one of them worked. I still have to do that a little bit now, but the self-concept model cleared a lot of that up for me. I can usually identify the problem right from the beginning and go straight to it. You may be wondering, can you learn this model if you don't have any NLP training? The answer is yes. That is another outstanding aspect of this model, is that you don't need NLP training to learn it, or prior NLP training to learn it. I've taught it to teenagers who have had no NLP experience, didn't even know what NLP was, and they learned it and were able to use it effectively on themselves and others. And if you watch my videos, or you've been keeping up with my videos, you probably know that I just launched a practitioner training. So you may also be wondering, why am I teaching this model? If it's so good, why did I also teach a practitioner training, and why do I continue to launch that training? The answer to that is, you cannot replace NLP training, practitioner training, with an application of NLP or an NLP model. The self-concept model is a model that was created from NLP. So here's the difference. Here's a metaphor that I can use to explain that. NLP practitioner and master practitioner training is sort of like learning how to write computer software or learning how to code. And the self-concept model is an NLP application. So think of it as an app on your phone. To learn how to use an app on your phone is pretty simple. It's pretty easy. You can do it pretty quickly. Learning how to code computer software and how to write computer software takes probably years. Maybe not quite years, but to get really good at it, it would take years. So NLP practitioner and master practitioner training is how to really learn NLP piece by piece, learn how to code it, and sort of learn how to write the software for the brain. The self-concept model is about learning a model and an immediate application. It's extremely powerful, but you don't need to know NLP to be effective at it. However, people who have NLP training will take to this model very quickly. They'll understand it quickly. They'll be able to use it faster, more effectively, right from the start. Of course, like anything else, you do have to practice it. And the self-concept model is something you'll have to practice. If you want to learn this model, I'll be teaching it April 27th, 28th, and 29th here in Santa Cruz. It'll be a live workshop. So if you want to learn this model, I recommend it. If it's the only NLP training you ever take in your life, this is the one. This is the model to learn. And if you're a coach, this is perfect. All the coaching I do with my clients is based off of this model. All of the NLP processes I do for myself in my own private practice that I use on me, I base off of this model. I want to say that one more time. If you learn anything from NLP, if you take one NLP course in your life, if you learn one NLP model, make it the self-concept model. The name of the workshop is Transforming Yourself. That's the workshop that I'll be teaching, where I teach the self-concept model. Check out my website, nlp-gym.com. Follow me on Facebook for real-time updates on workshops like this one, and also for talks that I might be giving. If you like this video, please click like right down here. If you want to know more about the workshop, I'll put my email address in the comments down below, or rather the text down below. And you can just email me if you want more details. I'm not advertising this workshop. I'm not putting it out on social media ads. I'm just putting it out there to my subscribers on YouTube and Facebook, and of course my email list. So if you want to know more about it, just shoot me an email and I'll give you more details. Take care.